So we will create a structure, right? So the objective of the program is to collect the information of a student, okay, such as roll number, name, uh, branch, and fee paid. So how much fees they have paid, that information we will collect. So and I will close the comment here. So let us first identify the data type of each data, okay, related to student. Right. So yeah, the first data is of type roll number. So its type is int. Second is name, its type is character. So third data is branch. So again this is a character. The fourth data is say fee. So this is a floating type. Okay. So here we are collecting the heterogeneous information related to the students. So therefore we have to use a structure concept. Okay. So the program goes like this. Yeah, hash include stdio.h. Okay, this is a header file, and after that we will write main function. Okay, so here we will create a structure, right? So we'll create a structure like struct is a keyword, and I give the name of the structure as a student because I am collecting the information of the student. Okay. So next we will declare the members of the structure. So the first member is what here, roll number, and second member is say name. So name is of type character. So maximum 20 characters I would like to store for the name, and the next data is also type what here, character, say branch, and the last one is say fee, so which is of type float. So here what happened, all the members we have declared, right, and I put a semicolon here to end the structure declaration. So the very next step is what here, to create a structure variable. So why do we create a structure variable? Because whatever the data which is present inside a structure cannot be accessed directly. Okay, so therefore we have to create a structure variable, and through that structure variable we can access the data which is present in a structure. So therefore how do we create a structure variable? That is, we write struct and the name of the structure, nothing but a student. Okay, so struct name of the structure, and after this we will write a structure variable name. Say assume I want to store details of 5 students. Okay, so S1 is a first student, and immediately after declaration I will assign the value. So roll number is say 101, and name is Kumar, and branch is say ISC. See, the string information you have to put in a double quote. Okay, the string information you have to put in a double quote. Okay, so the number, the integer information or float information you have to put without double quote, because double quote represents a string. So the next data is what here? Fees. So I say 75 paisa, right? And I close the flower bracket here. So this is a data which is related to the first student. So I will create a structure variable for next student. So this is represented by S2 and 102. So the name is Ramesh. Yeah, ISC department. Yes, 30,000. So yeah, fine. So this is next student. So third student is represented by S3. So fourth student is represented by the S4. Okay, so we shall change the data. Say let us take the department as a CSC. So 30,000 fees they have paid. Say yeah, ISC department, say 40,000. Okay, so the last student, I take the structure variable name as a say S5. Okay, so the name is say Ravi, and the fees 10,000. So this is what happened here. We have created a structure to collect this information, and 5 students information I would like to collect here. Therefore 5 structure variables has been created, and each structure variables are assigned with these values. Okay, so now what we do, we shall display the information on the screen, right? So the name is sorry, the roll number is the roll number equal to percentage D slash n name equal to percentage S slash n branch equal to percentage say S. Okay, see, I have to make it as a string. Say branch, yeah, 10, maximum 10 I will take. Okay, and the fee paid equal to percentage F, right? Slash n double quote complete comma. So then how to access the structure members here? By using a structure variable name dot the name of the structure member. So like this we will access. So I would like to display the first student details, that is S1 dot roll number comma S1 dot name comma S1 dot branch comma S1 dot fee. So this is first student information I am displaying. See, one thing you can observe is we are accessing the members of the structure by using the structure variable name and dot operator. Okay, so without a structure variable name you can't access it. So the dot operator will allow us to access the structure member. Okay, so this is first student information we are displaying. Second student information, so just I change structure variable name to s2. Okay, so third student information we are accessing, I am changing here s3 dot name, s3 dot branch, s3 dot fees. Fourth student information, the fourth student is represented by which structure variable? S4. So therefore I am just writing S4 here. Okay, and the last student is represented by S5. Okay, so this completed the program. Okay, I repeat here. So here we are declaring a structure and we are collecting the information such as roll number, name, branch and fees. Here we have declared 5 structure variables. Each structure variable will represent a student and we are assigning the values to the structure members. So this is called as a static initialization, and these 5 printf statement will display the corresponding student information. And the very important thing in this printf statement is what here? Accessing a structure member. So we are accessing by using structure variable name dot name of the structure member. So let me save this file. Yeah, dot c. So let me compile. Yes, we got some errors. We will remove it, no issue. Okay. Yeah, expected semicolon before student. Which line number it is? Errors we got here. Struct undeclared. Yeah, here the statement is missing here. So struct it is. It should be struct. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So let me save this. Compile once again. Yeah, we don't have any errors and warnings. Okay. So I will run this code. Yeah, see here. This is output. The first student information is assigned, okay, and displayed. This is second student information. This is third student information. This is fourth student information and fifth student information. Okay, hope it is clear for you, right? Thank you.